Man, it feels painful to look at this thing again. My colony here is not too great. After I finished playing last time, I actually stopped, took some time to poke at the game, and God forbid actually read, the almanacs included, to try and see what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong in the game. There wasn't a lot of right, there was a whole lot of wrong, and a bit of me was tempted to just burn this colony to the ground and start over, but that kind of goes against the will to win. So let's see what we can do to save this little colony that we've started up in what I must emphasize is a blind run of oxygen not included. So we went quite a bit of a way. What have we researched? We've done a couple on food, a couple on power, solid material, colony development, medicine, although I still don't really know what any of that is useful for. Haven't had any sickness problems, and liquids and that. But I think my biggest problem has been that I've expanded way too much horizontally. Everybody's got to run all the way over here to use the bathroom, their beds, and most of the work stuff is done over here. I still haven't wrapped my head around power particularly well, but I think, especially given my severe lack of coal right now, it's probably better to stop generating power with that and go back to good old manual power. It's not like we don't have the people to get it done. We do have a decent amount of calories, thank goodness, and not all of it is crummy little mush bars. A lot of it is actual food. I looked at my farming for quite a bit, and I actually don't think it's worth going into the effort of doing all this ceiling lighting in order to get these bristle blossoms on the go. I think it's better to go with the mealwood for quite a bit longer. Also, that polluted water can't be gotten rid of. Why is that? Hang on, maybe the game... Oh, I saw this before. Needs a bit to update, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. What other problems do I have? Overflowing storage bins, but I think I'm just a bit too zealous at storing. And then there's the germs, right? Yeah, there's all this floral scent. That's causing a big problem for one of our dupes because they like to sneeze all the time. So I'm thinking of blocking off the top bit, getting rid of my flowers here, letting those germs kind of dissipate, which I'm going to assume that they do. Why is storage unavailable for... Oh, it's unavailable for the water, but not the polluted water. Well, the water's not a big problem. Okay, here's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to copy the setting for you across all of these, so that hopefully we uproot the bristle blossoms and... Oh, hang on, it didn't set it to uproot. Maybe I have to set it to uproot before it'll actually put it in properly. There, just keep those seeds ready. Really need to get my lavatories on the go because everybody having to run over there all the time just to do their business is bad business. And I'd like to get rid of you. I wonder if that's too far away for people to work on. Probably is. I want it disabled and deconstructed down the line. Ah, right, that's you still working and these batteries are still going. It's alright, it will be sorted, as will all other issues, as the global economy stabilizes. There we go, get rid of you for a while. You've been burning through my coal way too much. I need smarter things going. We're researching more advanced tech. Don't worry, McCaig. We'll make things better for you in due time. Although I do wonder what actually emits floral whatsits. I don't think I could see what in particular gives it off. Even if I click on floral scent, wherever it is. Ah, here we go. Floral scent. What causes it? Almanac doesn't want to say, but I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest that it's the flowers that cause that. And we got quite a lot of flowers up here, and of course the ones that we brought with us. But I just want poor McCaig here to stop sneezing all the time. Dupes with hay fever are the worst, just let him or her die, says Mort. Well, the same could be said about people that are mouth breathers. One of ours is. I wish it was a bit easier to get an idea of what our dupes are like. I mean, maybe there is a way, but I don't see it very well. Vitals. And then I click on people, and I think I need to see their bios. loud sleeper is pretty annoying. What's early bird all about? Wakes up feeling fresh and efficient all the time. Bonus in morning. And what was that? 5 schedule. Oh, right, that's the bonus it lasts for. Something I've not dealt with for a bit is schedule. Once I have my bathrooms up and running, I actually want to sort out schedule because from what I can tell, 2 bathrooms isn't so great for 7 people unless they stagger their usage of it. Does remind me though, let's get another sink at some point. And of course the pipe work to get it out. So that's my fresh water, right? Yeah, it looks pretty fresh. And here's my not so fresh water. There we go. A lot of building work for our people to do. Hopefully they just get it done. Man, I forgot how long it takes to dig out all this farming stuff, but I want a proper meal wood economy going. Oh, jeez, my cake's just sneezing all over everything. It sounds like there's quite a lot of traps in this game that you just gotta learn. But I will learn them. Hell, I learned RimWorld, and this looks like a much simpler game. I think I'm still crushing... Yeah, I'm making refined copper for something, I can't remember what. I'm sure I'll need it though, so I don't begrudge having it. What's Brute Queen feeling all nasty about? Dead, tired, and food poisoning. Yeah, food poisoning is just going to be a problem for us for a while. Okay, now I can copy the settings. There we go. Why I couldn't just do that in one go, I don't know. I feel like this game has a bit of a quality of life lack to it. Get that done, get these built. The colony will stabilize, I'm sure of it. It better stabilize. Oh right, you can't even breathe down in my bathroom, poor place. I have an idea though, I'll just dig down here, create something of a pit that everything can fall down to. But there's a lot of other things to be done first, and I need this stuff built. On the plus side, there's so much for my colonists to do that they are staying busy. Okay, just drop the water down there. Is that because McCaig sneezed? No, he just likes to sneeze all the time. I gotta block this place off and hope that the floral scent goes away. Because boy, what a pain it is. I want to see if his dupes die or something, says the cursed one. Well, nothing showing that they're on death's door yet, right? No rampant diseases. Surprisingly. Plenty of food, and they're not drowning or anything. McCaig is incredibly inefficient thanks to sneezing all the time, though. I think I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of these. Yeah, that's too far up. They can only go 3 up from where they are. What's my solution to that? I could just dig that out. Then I'd be able to do some of it, but not enough. Because currently there's still a long way to go if they want to deal with their toilet needs. Alright, advanced research can now be done. And I think I'm going to have to get that done because I want my fridge. Boy, do I want my fridge. So, station, supercomputer. And there's plenty of space for it. How convenient. Maybe it unlocks other useful stuff. I wouldn't know. Somebody on YouTube was actually saying, Jake, why did you build the massage table and the shower so early? I'm like, well, it gives you it early. Nothing indicating whether it should be made or not, so I made it. Alright, at least one of these sinks can be operational. God damn it, McCake! Why are you so useless? Okay, well, here's hoping that the floral scent will go away. There we go. Feels a bit of a shame to build this stuff, but I want this roof part removed. I think I've made my my rooms generally too tall, right? Need to treat it like a New York City apartment. Oh, whoa, whoa, what's going on here? I did not think that the liquid vent would pour out such that it could go up like that. That's a problem. That's a sizable problem. That's gonna spill in here and cause a right mess then. Perhaps what I need is some kind of liquid automation. Right, well that being what it is, I should just cut off their water. So if I get rid of the liquid pipe there, that'll be okay, I imagine. Oni teaches you from your failures to predict what it dumps you. Mid-game, says Miriact in a sentence that I struggled with there, but okay. Does this still count as a... No, it's just a miscellaneous room. How are you not a bathroom? Bathroom. Mess, bedroom, barracks, washroom, here we go. Oh well, I suppose not having a toilet is a big part of that. There we go, at least I can deal with this stuff now. Doing their power stance from there as they do. Right, Bunny is just running like a bunny to keep the power flowing. Brute Queen's brutalizing that. Oh, that's right, research. Please get me that fridge. I'm so tired of everything being diseased. There we go. It's actually under art. What was it? Agriculture. Farm station. Produces fertilizer. Uses polluted water to produce fertilizer. That sounds useful. Hydroponics. Floor tile. Rotated. Ooh, I could put these on the ceiling. Wait, could these be rotated? What? Could I grow mealworm from the sky? Hey. How would that even work? I guess the road could be... No, I would build it there, wouldn't I? The rotation is for a specific plant. Oh, okay, forget that. Regardless, I still want more farm, so as and when we can, we'll build some over here. And then get my ladder going up there so I can actually interact with this stuff. And then... Oh, right, this place looks fairly well oxygenated now. Maybe it's during nighttime it becomes a problem. What with all the people breathing there. How dare they do such a selfish thing as breathe. There goes light for the entire bottom row of plants. Yeah, that's the thing. Blossom seeds need light, and it seems like a big hassle to keep my lights working when mealwood seems pretty much as good. Downside of mealwood is that I need to process it into these things, but I think that might up people's cooking skills, so it might be better just to have them do that. Come on, put your back into it, Brute. Brute's gotten all sort of complacent ever since RimWorld was such a riveting success. Okay, come on, McCaig. There's almost no stuff in the air for you. I don't really understand allergies. I don't have any, so I can't imagine what these people are going through. I'm often told that hay fever is terrible, but what if they're just really weak? I'm sick of looking at you. Why is the lavy not being made, for what it's worth? I should have everything needed for it. It's awaiting copper ore. I really lack copper ore, so that's a significant problem. Where can one get copper ore? Loads to be had over here, in the somewhat breathable area. Anywhere else? Anywhere a bit easier to get to? Not really. Dang. And I bet this is full of gas. Oh, it's absolutely packed with bad gas. Okay, well... gonna need it all eventually, so hop to it, please. Actually, it's not a bad area of copper ore, I imagine. Does he use the overlays? Of course he uses the overlays. I just don't use the F buttons for them. I'm just so not used to going for F buttons. Except for F11 for screenshot. Or is it 12? A lot of this stuff needs that raw ore. What do I even pump water out for? I guess I use it for the microbe pusher, so hopefully I can pump enough water to get rid of this liquid that's on the ground. Another decent way would actually be to dig this out so it's a bit deeper. Game's still complaining about long commutes, and that's not surprising given how far people have to go over for this. How you doing there, Brute? Not very well, it seems. Franco, being the decent researcher that I think he is. Yes, Science 4. That's probably not too shabby. I feel a lot better using this manual generator than my coal generator for now. I simply don't have the automation to make this work well for me. And it gives my one oxyfern a chance to actually gobble up that carbon dioxide. I'd actually like to get quite a lot more oxyferns, but I imagine they're rare given what they do. Alright, the cycle is sadly coming to an end, and I still don't have these lavies. Yeah, I know I can mop up this mess, but why mop it up when I can have gravity do my work for me? Riddle me that. This continues to be probably the single most disgusting thing in the game to me. And this game is really disgusting, but in a way that's quite enamoring. Does this block light? I think it does. Otherwise Brute Queen would be complaining right now about not getting enough sleep because of Shine Bug. Calvin not having a good meal of that, but who even is? Creating the second colony is so much more satisfying after failing the first, says Mariette. Well, I'm going to try not to fail. One thing I have been warned about is that temperature is the big bad in the game, and we are surrounded by a lot of high temperature. In fact, it's seeping in over here. The mess hall being 40 degrees can't be a lot of fun for people. Probably going to assist with the creation of germs around here as well. So I'll need to figure that out at some point, and figure it out I shall. Alright, wake up and smell the everything. Guess two of them just peg it for the bathroom. Hold it in there. Ah, you're only at 98, you'll be fine. I wonder what good that shower is. Perhaps it's not any good at all. Jake, check your research tree at least. Research for what? We're currently researching. Ooh. For your information, Jake, there's a mod for poop mechanics in RimWorld 2. I'm not enamored at all, so no thanks. Fertilization needed. Ah, that's right, it needs dirt. Are you full of dirt? You're full of a lot of stuff. Someday I'm gonna have to sort out my my storage bins, because they're kind of overflowing. I suppose that's not too shabby. Keeping dirt next to here. I imagine all they need is dirt. I don't think you actually need to add water to the mealwood. But I wish it was a bit easier to see what they do need. If I check mealwood. Grown from the seed, produces da-da-da. Okay, what does it need? Dirt, 10 kilos per cycle. Okay, so it takes 30 kilos for that. Doesn't seem to need water. Ah, okay, it's the bristle blossom that needs the water. I see and I understand. Alright, manual power is kind of holding together. Almost. Now we've got the supercomputer set up, that's good. Did the supercomputer eat some of my refined material? We're not making any more of that, which is fine. Hopefully this doesn't have passive drain on the power. And great, we got rid of floral scent. So hopefully McCaig can stop being a giant baby about the situation. Get those mealwoods planted so I have a good renewable food economy. And maybe, just maybe, get these lavies operational. Hey, there we go. Dug it out. Now the water can fall down here. I'd actually like to have even more, honestly. And then I want to dig down here to give that carbon dioxide or whatever else we have. Yeah, it is carbon dioxide. Give that a place to fall down to, so it's not my problem anymore. Oh boy. Jagger saying this is going to bring in loads of new people. Huh? Well, hopefully not. But we know what to do if it does. Okay, really, could we please get that copper ore so I can build a lavy or two? Surprisingly, it's somewhat breathable over here. I thought this was full of nasty gas. There we go, get that ore, get it over there. I need those toilets. Oh right, and you should only be from the left. A lot of things in this game can't be set up in their blueprinted form. You have to build them to deal with them. I don't like that. I imagine there are quality of life mods for it. This game seems like a game that would have a metric bugger ton of mods for it. Don't worry, Brute. We'll soon have a lavy that people can actually use around here. The space of 3 here is no good now, is it? But oh well. Don't know if I'll ever want this here. But, well, I guess it gives people a chance to go up and breathe. Breathe the lovely oxygen. Why are you so... Oh yeah, the food poisoning. Wait, you got that from a bristleberry? Interesting. Refunds a duplicate skill bonus for reassignment. They'll lose all assigned skills in the progress. How useful could that possibly be? Oh, here I was thinking that water would flow down over here, but it's not flowing. Seems to have stopped dead right here. Maybe I do need to scrub it up. Oh yeah, let me sort that out for you. Gravity works mysterious ways in this. Yeah, so I see. That water tension's doing impressive things. Okay, I guess I will have to scrub this up then. Mop it up. At least bottles of clean water have their uses. There we go. Toilets over here, fully operational. That's great news. Power is somewhat working, also great news. Okay. You know, if temperature wasn't encroaching the way it is, I'd feel pretty good about this. Plenty of oxygen to be breathed, just not in the bathroom. Well, speaking of that, maybe I should deal with that at some point, like now. Why in God's name can't you build over tiles? Maybe I really should look into some quality of life stuff for this game. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a lot that I want to dig out here. If this was full of copper ore or something similar, that'd be quite nice. Maybe absolite is something I'm going to want down the line, but I don't know that for now. Maybe disable the toilets on the right side of your colony. Well, if people really need to go, it's probably for the better that they can go over here. But I don't know, because what if somebody is doing something over here, like, I don't know, mining out this copper ore? Probably for the better that they can use them. What I think I'll actually do, though, is go to schedule and actually try to puzzle this one out. So what if we have 3 different schedules? Hold on, let's see if I can figure this one out. Looks like they like to sleep for 3 chunks, have 2 downtime before it, and then a bath time afterwards. So, what do? Do I click bedtime and go do? Eh? Wonder, can I move these up or down? No, it doesn't look like it. But if that's the default, what if I do it another way, like dit. So then we have one that's 2 hours before and one that's 2 hours after. Oh, I do not like the way this has been set up. Can I move them up or down? I want to drag this, oh crumbs, I want to drag it above the other one, so it's actually in something that looks like an order here. Alarm on. What does alarm on do? Shift alarms? Can you resize the schedule window? No. These windows, they can't be dragged and they can't be resized. It's kind of lacking in that aspect. Right. Who's the early bird? So you should probably stay in this normal one. But if I move a couple people here, so let's say McCaig and Tarkin are here. Wait, what does that mean? Well, I guess that becomes part of their morning routine. Now we move Brute and Bunny to there. Then that should triage the bath time between people accordingly. Let's assume that's going to work. Guessing bath time is shower. No, I think it's time for the lavatory. Well, surely it said there, not that I read it. They take care of their hygienic needs, such as going to the bathroom, using showers, or washing their hands. I mean, the shower is a nice morale bonus. It's not the worst thing in the world if they actually use it. Ah, surprisingly, this one manual generator is taking care of all of our power needs for now, which is lovely. And the supercomputer is getting its use, which means, yeah, this agriculture stuff's coming along swimmingly. And there we go, water's all been gobbled up there, excellent. And there's space for this, also excellent. Right, if I'm gonna have that, might be an idea to dig down as well, but no, I should probably have one there first. I just want the carbon dioxide to fall down here, somewhere that I don't have to worry about it for some time. Question is what else I need to take care of. The food situation seems okay. I'm gonna get rid of my ration box and have a fridge in its place later on. I don't think I need the electric grill, actually, because with all my relatively unskilled dupes, Morale doesn't seem to be a problem at all. Oh, McCaig, speaking of problems, yeah, I could super stress you out there, but carrying capacity just seems so nice. The idea of being able to casually carry 400 kilos more is impressive stuff. These guys use water, so that's nice. I wonder if I can have somewhere that can store water. If I can, I'd like to put a wee water jug here. Well, surely there's research for that. Liquid handling or something. Liquids. Lavy, shower, sink. Liquid reservoir stores any liquid piped into it. Only piped. Here I thought I could maybe shove it in. Wait, these things can't hold bottles of liquid, can they? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Eggshell. No. Oh, here we go. Can be crushed to produce lime. Lime is used for what exactly? No, wait, maybe if I actually spent a bit of time to read that. Commonly found in... This is weird, right? Why have it there if I can't move these things around? I gotta delete that just to read this. Useful as a construction material. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll need you eventually then. Speaking of needing eventually, we should preempt our need for this stuff. There. Heck, why settle for that, right? There's more to be dug out here. I will need that copper ore. It's a long way to go to get that done, though, so it's not too bad that I do have bathrooms over here. I think 1 sink to 2 toilets, though, is not a great trade. Well, a little bit of germs just makes people stronger. Huh, I wonder if the true meta is just have alternating ladders. Looks like they have to wait a bit to jump between them, but imagine the time save. Oh, I am imagining it. There's just so much carbon dioxide that this is insufficient for flooding it down. Oh well. Bunny's athletics gone up. Is that because she's always running on the hamster wheel? Oh, I wasn't aware I still had some nutrient bar. There we go. Where did you even get that? I keep my raw eggs. I keep everything in here, actually. I need to get rid of that ration box and move it all over here so people can enjoy using their mess hall for 3 morale. 3? Yes, morale. Why do I find... Okay, morale is here. I'm guessing morale isn't that important. If morale was important, it would be a much bigger, more visible thing than this. In any case, 8 out of 2. Duplicant has sufficiently high morale. High morale for what? Maybe they'll do their sparkle streaking. Alright, so there we go. We got some people sleeping away. That should help with the oxygen problems, actually, if we alternate the sleeping pattern. Also make sure that work gets done through the night. No seed available. There I was thinking sleep wasn't a problem. Seeds, rather, weren't a problem. Oh god, I'm absolutely stacked on storage bin stuff. Heavens to Betsy. Does that mean I just need another well, people are just going to waste time gathering things up. I don't think that's a particularly necessary thing right now. And I'll continue to think that for a while. If I dig out here, I got all these mealwoods and things that I can enjoy. Ooh, and oxalite. And perhaps best of all, some copper ore. You can check dupes for morale, same as in, well, in RimWorld, your morale was immediately available on the UI up top. Generally, that's a sign that something is important. Oh boy, can't wait to have a functional fridge. Cake's just so delighted to see copper ore. What a happy chappy. But what he should really be happy about is the fact that I stopped having all these germs just for him. Actually, there aren't germs up here, so what was causing it? Maybe it was the bristle thingamajiggers that I'd planted, but there's a bristle blossom right here. I don't understand. What I do understand, though, is that that cannot be a very fun mess hall to be in if it's that hot. Maybe I should research some... oh, speak of the devil. Research some temperature regulation. Liquids, medicine, solid, power, okay. So which one is temperature? Do I already have temperature stuff? Automation, station, furniture, medicine, refinement, ventilation? Power? Temperature. Oh, here we go. Fire pole, rapid descent. Okay, icy fan. Uses ice to dissipate a small amount of heat. Turns water into ice. Insulation, space heater. That sounds like something that's going to be useful down the line. Well, I won't worry about it right now. What else do I need? I've already got my automation stuff, but I think a big thing I wanted advanced research for was for the smart battery, right? Smart battery does power, powers buildings, but sends out signals based on configuration to logistic, Duke box and... yeah, okay, let's get ourselves some smart batteries. Then I can have a smart coal generator. With 4 tons of coal, surely we can keep this thing okay. Phosphorite. Does it light up? That's right, I got my refrigerator, right? So I can deconstruct you and build a fridge here. Then I can have all these lice loaves, hopefully without too many germs. Actually, why is it so germ-free? I was having such huge germ problems for a while. Now the only germy place is over here. Oh, already taken care of. Wonderful. I don't actually want this having anything other than stuff I don't need to worry about, which would be muckroot and nutrient bar. So don't put anything over there. I want my fridge right there. And of course it needs power. Dunk. Hopefully running out of power doesn't become an issue, but we seem to be keeping these jumbo batteries pretty well tanked up. See, you'll put the tile over the ladder, but not the ladder over the tile. Jake doesn't claim to understand it at all. This place is still lacking in the old oxygen, but oxygen rises, so having this dug out will be good for us. Ah, see, it's full of oxalite. All the better to breathe you with. Jake, with washing your hands after bathroom and clean water, germs tend to go away. Imagine that. Oh, I'm imagining. This I like, seeing everybody working efficiently. Well, maybe not efficiently, but at least they're working. And I'll be able to get some more seeds to plant into my farm tiles to generate more meal whatsits. We're not making any mush bars, only lice loaf, because that's all we should ever really need. Fridge, what do you actually need? Igneous rock. But we have lots of igneous rock, surely. What would that fall under? Raw mineral? 48 tons of the stuff, which is probably chewing up my storage bins. You're full of coal and only coal, right? Yeah. Thunk. Glad my things don't get crushed in this game. Or else there'd be a lot of crushing. Okay, so far so not bad here. But I still feel like we could go lower. I also feel like it's better to have 2 bits going down here. Again, did that not dig you? Well, I guess digging is different from deconstructing. But I still have a ways to get used to this, I think. There we go, and that'll give us this mealwood. And another seed, so hopefully the farm will be somewhat complete. That lice stuff doesn't look amazing, but one of these things is only 0, isn't it? Lice loaf. Yeah, it's only terrible, it's not grizzly, so it's better than eating dirt or the nutrient paste. Righto, so far so not bad, I dare say. People were thinking that I was going to somehow taint my water supplies, but thankfully it doesn't come to that. What I would actually like, though, is a bit more oxygen production around here, especially in here. People seem to have a hard time breathing in my bathroom. How's the power sourcing around here? It's not great, but easily fixed. At the small expense of copper ore, which I didn't have a lot of, but now actually have a fair bit of over here. Good. Yeah, I'm borderline satisfied with this. Still no floral scent up top, so I really don't know what was causing it. Is this still the same map from earlier this week? Says Ryan Rue. Yes, yes it is. I was tempted to start over, but decided against it. Liquid pipe just dead ending there. Used to be a bit of a no-no back in my old job. Insufficient iron ore. Really? I don't recall ever actually dealing in iron ore. Okay, where is iron ore? I was not even aware that was something I was digging out. I know there was plenty of copper ore, but where is iron? Also, what does it look like? It's rocks, it's algae. Wasn't there something here for helping seeing what kind of materials? Oh, okay, well that doesn't help, does it? Maybe it does. Let's try and apply ourselves a bit here. Iron, iron. Chief Irons, alive or dead? We'll never know. Really though? Maybe this will help. I want metals. Copper. Gold. Okay, there's iron ore. Again, I do not recall ever going and digging out much, wait, what? Copper? Iron. Why do I just have no memory of digging out iron before? And yet, iron is needed to build wires, right? Primary element is iron ore. Maybe I've just dug it out without noticing. Would not be the first time I do something without noticing, and will not be the last. In any case, people can jump over 2 tiles, right? No, I think it was only 1 tile that they can jump over. There you go. You can choose the material of the wires. What? So when I when I went to power and wire, why did it default to iron ore then? Okay, well that means I don't have to do any of this nonsense, but it's probably a good idea to actually get myself some of that. Strange that wires use iron instead of copper to conduct electricity. Yeah, really weird. Copper's so good. Bluff Briar. So what do you actually do? They exude pheromones which cause critters to view them as beautiful. So I guess it's good if I ever do some critter ranching. Not that I'd count on that. Still says iron ore is not there, so maybe... No, I actually don't understand. What's the problem? Maybe I just need to cancel it. Go back to power, wire, copper. Oh, something there isn't making sense to me. Oh, right, we got our fridge, don't we? Is the fridge actually operational? Power, power, power. Looks pretty operational to me. I want everything in it. Except for, I suppose, nutrient bar. And probably muck roots. I want those over here, because I don't think those get germy. Oh ho! What do we have here? I'm not interested in more people right now. Pipsqueak. A little purring pipsqueak. In time it'll mature into a fully grown pip. Why would I want that? I feel like I would not want that. Alright, Game Almanac. Tell me about the Pipsqueak. Pips. Domesticable critter. They find and bury small objects like seeds. It's unknown whether da-da-da-da-da. Dexterous paws, rummages. Eats trees, excretes dirt. That sounds like something I really don't want. But I also really don't want any of these losers. Tell you what, I think I'll grab one of those losers come morning time. That means I need another place for them to sleep. Doesn't seem sensible to get it just before the end of the cycle, though. Yeah, I could reject all, but it seems that it seems like I'd be looking the gift horse in the mouth. Ah, what the hell? Just reject them. Get out of here. Not interested. I think this is the charging bar for what I get. Next one in 3 cycles. That's a bit of a wait. Recruit 1, kill him to set an example. I'm not a monster. Alright, Bunny's probably going to deliver all the lice loaf to our lovely cold fridge. There we go. Nice. Can I fry up my lice loaves then? Requires meat. When you say meat... Oh my days, what is with this UI? Oh wait, oh right, no, meat is grizzly, but if I turn it into barbecue, it's probably quite good. Yeah, it is good. But I'm not seeing the value in giving my people good stuff. I mean, it's good that I'm not giving them dirt, which was making them sick. Now they're getting lice loaf, which, although it doesn't make them particularly happy, what do I care? Right, morale is 12 out of 2. Seems kind of outrageous. Power, wire, copper ore, build. Bunny's hungry, so they're going all the way over here. But there's so much food in the fridge. Oh no, that's just what Bunny does. She's only happy and eating if she finds it on the floor of the lavvy. They're far too happy for their own good. Put it down before it becomes something dangerous. I see you there. Right, what did I get out of this that I wanted? Did I actually research anything after? No, I'm working on this. Good. Very good. Ching's manual power works fine. I was so convinced I would need coal generation by now, but nope. Things are actually quite good, I dare say. Perhaps too good. Since I can refrigerate my food, I would actually like a few more farm tiles. But I want to leave these gaps so that oxygen can rise up and non-oxygen can fall down. Hey, this is all sorted now. Even without my oxygen diffuser operational. This is flooding like crazy though. I gotta figure out what I can do with carbon dioxide. I'm also curious what you want water for. Where are you going? Why does a supercomputer need water? Water, 50 kilos per research point. Okay. 50 kilos of it? What do you have on you right now? Well, you're getting 600 of it in there, because Kaladin is some kind of swole individual, but there you go. Huh. Hydration Nation, Duke needs a drink, evidently. That's digging into my water supplies here, though. Excellent. I mean, I'm a little short on seeds to plant there, but those seeds do reproduce in a manner, so it's okay. I don't understand why there's no floral scent anymore. I had loads of it, now I got none of it. What was emitting the floral scent? Also, what's with the slime lung? Disinfected by bleach stone and chlorine, neither of which I have. I don't claim to understand. Only the bristle blossom gives a floral scent, others don't. It's funny that, because the game doesn't say that it emits that. I mean, I'm looking, but I'm not seeing it. Alright, well that being as it is, I reckon I can deconstruct these, dig up everything here. And that should get me these seeds as well, and give me a half-decent place to go and get some material. Well, it's mostly granite here, isn't it? Granite and slime lung. I have loads of copper ore, but people just don't seem to want to build these wires for me. Oh well, at least I know I have it. The game once again tells me I have insufficient oxygen generation, but I am inclined to disagree. My place looks lovely and full of oxygen. It also looks... oh man, I don't like that heat seeping in. There we go, seeds for days. Not happy with the lack of storage bins though, I'm just going to slam that down. This seems to be my central point generally. I guess there's this as well, but space for 3 smart batteries over here, assuming they're as big as jumbo batteries. And then I should be able to link it up to the coal generator and have smart production of power. Next to 20 tons of coal if I ever fill that up. Actually, that's a thought. Apparently I have tons of coal, but you don't have much of it, so... Where's all my coal at? Or is it just considering the stuff that's lying around on the ground here, because my people don't sweep often enough? I think I set that to be the only place that holds coal. Yeah, the rest of these are just general everythings. But these guys need dirt, so I should have one of these dedicated to dirt only. I thought I had that. I thought you're only dirt. Yes, yes you are. That's good. Alright, this is largely agreeable. I wonder if they are harvesting this before they destroy it. Uprooting. Okay, you're uprooting. Do we get the food out of it? We do, I think. There we go. Meal lice. Bunny's on the case. Swell. Well, I rather like this. My colony was looking rough before. I think I've largely sorted it. Why... Wait, what the heck is polluted dirt doing here? What even produced that? Does my refrigerator produce nasty dirt? Stores food in an ideal temperature, prevents spoilage. No, okay. So what's this doing here? Well, regardless, get it taken care of, please, even though it's a long trek for it. So I could do without polluted oxygen around here. Excellent. What did I even research there? Ah, yes, my smart battery. Look forward to trying those out. What next, though? It's really hard to know what to go for here. The whole research tree is open from you for the get-go, and the game really doesn't like to give you any hint about which direction to go on these. But maybe it's going for the whole losing is fun sort of affair. Decontaminate. No, what can I do about carbon dioxide? Basic farming. Right, the algae thing removes it, but I am done with algae. Algae produces way too much nasty water, which is a big manual requirement. Fossil fuels converts natural gas into power. Produces carbon dioxide. Now I'm looking for something that eats carbon dioxide and puts out anything other than carbon dioxide. Sand filters polluted oxygen, reduces disease. Uses water to filter carbon dioxide from the air. Water, eh? I happen to have quite a bit of water. Mechanized airlock. I do like airlocks. Turns oxidite into gold. Liquid fuel tank. You know what? Skimming away that carbon dioxide using water seems kind of cool, so we'll go with that. Raising the storage container's priority makes them sweep that stuff faster. Is that so? So let's say I really wanted this coal swept up whenever possible so I can move away from manual power. Jinx, what a death pit it is down there. Ah, well, hey, you know, Oxifern is doing its job. If only I had about 10 more of them and then some. But I do not. No floral scent down here, despite there being bristle blooms. He doesn't understand. Oh well, still plenty of digging tasks and the like for people to do, so I'm not in a huge hurry here, but I am really glad that people can actually carry things. Oh, yeah, don't forget to grab the sewage coal. People aren't using you. Is there some kind of problem with you? Maybe people don't use you if they're specifically on hauling jobs. But I thought everybody would use them if they passed by them. Why? I mean, I'm glad they aren't using them, but I don't understand why they aren't using them when walking from right to left. Okay. Now, I thought these would be fairly labor unintensive, but people still need to dump a lot of dirt onto those tiles. Oh well. At least they're working. Yeah, I'm just happy to have a lot of food available as well. Mark says, I still think we need hats. I don't understand anything about hats in this game. Right, I'm just gonna copy your settings and smack you over there. Again, I'm unhappy that I can't preset the storage settings here, but oh well. Oh, we're already done? No, that's the smart battery again. People are taking their sweet time doing everything here. Maybe the problem is that I still have them running along over there to do that work, but it's work that needs doing. Feels so good. Not just have the food, but to know that it's being kept non-germy inside that refrigerator. They run a bit faster on these tiles. 25% faster, that's no small amount. How about running on farm tiles? No, it doesn't look to be any faster there. Back on the treadmill, bunny. You got work to do. Having somebody on there just kind of keeps the status quo. My power is going down. Might have to actually start generating coal power soon, again. Okay, good, people are still using the sinks there. Just don't know why they don't use this. It's not disabled. Let's see if Brute and Bunny use it then. Well, Bunny probably won't, because Brute will still be using it. Filthy. Actually, you probably are filthy. Oh, Christ. Yeah, that's on me. I should probably have a second sink over here. Or just get rid of this altogether. It's a real trek for people to go to. Frankly, I'd like people to stop coming over here in general. Yeah, I think I will just disable these. If I ever do expand back in this direction, it'll be handy to have, but I'd rather people use the toilets over here. Oh ho! McCaig's machinery went up thanks to them running the hamster wheel. Now, this power is becoming a bit of an issue now, though. Feels like a lot of my work isn't getting done. What are my people actually doing? Okay, supplying farms is an important piece of work, but when are people ever going to actually do some digging? Oh, that was pressure management, right? We still have to do decontamination. Right, well, keep at it. Is that a basin of sewage? Over here? Yeah, this is where we're keeping our sewage for now. It is filling up. Perhaps I didn't make it as big as I should have, but there's space for growth as long as we don't accidentally end up mixing it with our good water. I'm slightly worried about running out of power here. Go. Smart battery. Do I need more than one smart battery? Come to think of it, one smart battery, because power seems to be shared along here, should be enough to tell this thing. So automated wire. Dunk, 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 dunk. But is that separate from wire? Looks like it is. So if you plug into there, we'll build it and see what happens. The coal has actually been brought over to the storage bin, so that's a good sign. Alright, Kaladin, you got the skills. Strength and pipe emptying, construction. I don't know, I do like people being able to carry. So what is the default carrying capacity? Properties, mass. What? Okay, now it's a printing pod that's 2 tons. I thought we were on Kaladin. Where are you at, Kaladin? He's only 30 kilos? Good God, and I bet more than half of that's his head. Carrying capacity of 400. So actually, getting 1 bit of strength on Kaladin. Well, 1 bit of improved carrying doubles the amount he can carry. I like the look of that. Yeah, only needing 1,000 calories a day kind of explained, or is explained a bit by them only being 330 kilos. This is disgusting, by the way. I think, oh, that takes a long time. I think that's a big advantage, actually, to growing the blossoms. Because you just get the blossom berry and eat it straight up. You don't have to spend all this time churning out these lice loaves. But they need a lot more space, because you gotta light them up. Unless... Oh no, that counts as occupied space. Well, I could build it, say, there. I'm just trying to think of a good way to get those going. Because these can light up 5 at a time. Would mean I'd need to elevate this. There's no getting around that, unless I just counted 1 little space up there. Of course, if they were even higher, it would do more than 5, it would do 7 at a time. But then you'd need a lot of space up top, and that doesn't seem very space efficient. Just trying to think of a good way to do it, to get the other things instead. But of course there's a problem, and that problem's name is McCain. He does not enjoy hay fever. More than satisfied with our food situation. This is great. It's a little tempting to actually repurpose the bedrooms for the blossom seeds. And hang on, it's coming together in my head. I'm just researching mechanized airlocks. Blocks liquid and gas flow. So I could have airlock doors at the side that prevent the spread of that floral scent, and somehow tell McCaig not to go through there. You can deny dupes access to door, and you have airlocks now. Yeah, I'm not sure that would work too well for McCaig, though. Also, we do have to actually go through here to grab the seeds, but maybe there's a way to deny... Yeah. Okay, think I'll do that actually. Move all my beds up 1 level and have an area that is purely made for whatchamacallthems? Blossoms. Yes. Yes, this all makes sense now, doesn't it? Drops out this tiny little batch of copper ore. How cute. So, thinking about it, if I'm going to have my ceiling lights here, and I think I want to move the... No, the door is probably fine there. Well, no, I'd have to, or rather I should, move all my cot stuff up one first. Easily done, though. And I'm looking forward to actually setting people up to have proper beds so they can be happy about having individual bedrooms. But for now, barracks works fine. And it's hopefully not too far away from the lavvy. Hopefully, at least. Although maybe diversifying my type of food is a bad idea. I mean, what good is it having mealwood and whatchamacallums, blossom seeds? Well, no, if I have the food production, then I'm more than happy to have more people, right? Think of it as Stronghold. When you have the bread economy up and operational, it's money, but it's also a freebie on just grabbing as many additional peasants as you want. There's Runt Puppy, just out for a short kip. There's something else to consider, though. My people do breathe. They breathe quite a bit. Perhaps even too much. So I would have to keep on top of oxygen generation. Ah, but now I can skim carbon dioxide. Well, soon I can skim carbon dioxide. So that should take care of the oxygen problems, and it would be a problem. I just don't like having these as non-tiles. Probably not a big deal, but I still don't like it. Holy moly, how is this stuff so hard to do? Here's my problem again. You are running too much. You're eating all that coal for no good reason. Caledon, go turn it off until we get the smart battery, teaching it how to consume coal. Yeah, just destroy my perfectly functional bathroom. Oh, it does work as a bathroom now, right? Don't tell me it has some kind of minimum height rubbish. Or maximum height, rather. There we go. +2 morale because you have a proper washroom. What a world we live in. And proper functional oxygen. I do like it when I can breathe in bathrooms. Output pipe full. Why? Oh. Oh dear, when did all that happen? Perhaps I accidentally dinged you in a while back. And deconstruct those, and hopefully get the other stuff made fast enough. Whew, that's a relief. Can't believe this is a job, right? Just mushing lice together. Okay, McKaig's using the Lavi. Is that because he's in his downtime? Let's check schedule here. McKaig, here we are, downtime. They may do as they please. This includes bathrooms, snacking, leisure activities, socializing. Good. I'll say, especially compared to RimWorld, the dupes are really quite smart. That's not to say they're not going to do dumb stuff, but it's really hands-off, right? I don't have to set up manual priorities here. I mean, I'm sure I can. Well, it'd be a clever thing to do, but I don't have to, and I'm kind of glad for that. Max gas pressure. Some point I'm gonna have to care about pressure. But I don't know when, I don't know how. Hey Jake, what are your thoughts on the game? I enjoyed it when it first came out. Well, I'm really enjoying myself with it. It is disgusting, no doubt about that. But, well, during the past few days when I wasn't streaming it, I really just wanted to be playing more of it. And that's generally a good sign for a game. Well, my relationship with the game. I like watching it all come together. I like how hands-off you are with the dupes, generally. Oh man, thinking back now, I wish I had that. I had a pretty good-looking guy on the printer available, and I didn't take him. Not a lot of refined material. There was a kind of block that I could do, right? Mesh tile. Requires... what? I thought this required M and M&M. I thought mesh tile required some refined metal. Why did I think that? What does require refined metal now that I think about it? That smart battery did, right? Power, smart battery. Yeah, there we go. Quite a bit of it actually, 200, and I only have 230. So I really hope I only need one. What I'm thinking about is putting mesh tile here and here so that the carbon dioxide can continue to flow down. Because one tile is, as best I understand, not generally sufficient. 2 tiles should be fine.